Hey everyone, it's Rob with Passport to the Parks, and today is Saturday, and it's February the 14th, the day after Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Sorry I didn't get to wish you Happy Valentine's Day yesterday. I was originally planning on doing the stream yesterday, but we had a lot of rain yesterday. It was really just a pretty bad day, so decided to push the stream out to today, where we're going to just attempt to ride all of the Disney transportation around the Walt Disney World property, which would include the monorail, a boat, the bus, and the Disney Skyliner, of course. Now, some people might include the tram, the parking lot tram into that, but I'm just doing the free Disney transportation, not like the minivan or Uber or taxi or anything like that, any of the trains inside the parks or anything. This is just strictly outside transportation, the four big ones that I always have a lot of fun riding. So we're just gonna, tool around Walt Disney World property and see what we can see and just have a lot of fun together. So hopefully we'll have a good stream. Hopefully we'll have a good signal throughout, and we'll just have some fun through here. I'm starting at Epcot today, and it's actually really busy all throughout Disney. The Daytona 5, well, I don't know if it's a 500. I'm not a racing fan, but there's some sort of a race in Daytona this weekend, so there's a ton of people in the area. And it's President's Day weekend and Valentine's Day and all this stuff. So it's really busy here on Disney property. The Animal Kingdom was like backed up forever trying to get in there, and Epcot was backed up for quite a while. I actually had to park in the very back of the parking lot when I first came in here. So probably busy on the inside of the parks. Hopefully the transportation will not be too busy because everybody is inside the parks by now and enjoying themselves. So if you're planning on coming out here this weekend, expect a lot of big crowds, but you can still have fun, obviously. Just come in, it's Disney. It might be a good weekend just to explore outside of the parks, go explore the resorts and do other kind of fun stuff at Disney World as well. Get some dinner somewhere and just have yourself a good weekend. So got all kinds of people coming on here. So let me turn the camera around here real quick. And there we go. All right, like I said, I'm at Epcot right now, and we are going to start on the monorail. I was kind of trying to figure out how to do this best to hit all of the modes of transportation. And the one that kind of really throws you for a loop is the Skyliner, because it's kind of positioned away from everything. So it's like on the back side, it's on the International Gateway for Epcot. So that makes it difficult. I thought it's starting on the Skyliner and then working my way through Epcot and then coming up to the monorail. But I'm kind of going to do things in a little bit of reverse. So I'm starting on the monorail, and then I'm going to head over to the Transportation Ticket Center, probably jump on the boat going over to the Magic Kingdom there, maybe jump on a bus, and then figure out the Skyliner beyond that. But we're going to get this done. We're going to have a lot of fun, like I said. So here's the monorail right out front in Epcot. There's all the ticketing. There's the entrance. Of course, there's beautiful Spaceship Earth. I'll say hello to a lot of people once I get up on the platform, because the monorail just left, so we're probably going to have 10 or 15 minutes or so before the next monorail comes in. So this is the monorail to the Magic Kingdom Resorts and Transportation and Ticket Center. Basically, you have to stop at the Transportation and Ticket Center and then transfer to wherever you want to go. Very similar to what the Skyliner does at Caribbean Beach. A lot of construction going on here at Epcot. So it's probably best to stay outside of the park right now. Just like I said, there's a ton of crowds in there. So we're going to make our way up the walkway here. It's all the people coming in from the parking lot. We will be able to see the trams up here. Pretty good view of it. Lawrence, that's the plan. On my final leg, I'll take the bus to one of the Skyliner resorts, and we'll jump on the Skyliner at that point. So right there you can see the trams coming out from the parking lot, and here's our monorail coming in now. It's going to be monorail black. Very cool. Doesn't look like a whole lot of people up here, so that's going to be awesome. We won't be packed in the monorail. All right, that's what we're going to be riding. Number one on a list of awesome transportation. How cool is that? Get some really great views from up in the Skyliner station here. Or Skyliner. I always got Skyliner on my mind, the monorail station. That's kind of funny. Hello. Not too busy, so that's awesome. I like that. Does it matter? Okay.
I like that shirt.
Thanks. Maybe we can find ourselves an empty compartment all the way down at the end here. So there's a really nice shot of Guardians of the Galaxy. That's really coming along. Spaceship Earth just beyond this pillar here. So we got our own section here. Hopefully we'll be all alone so we can have some pretty good conversations. We'll see how it goes. So the monorail right now is making its way all the way around the inside of Epcot. It goes all around Future World. I'm sure you've seen all kinds of awesome videos and pictures, or seen it yourself in person, obviously. All right, I got a ton of people coming on here. Wow, there's a lot of people on here. Thank you all for being here, really. I'm just going to go through real quick here. Alyssa, John, DJ Cuto1, Mark, Resort Budgeting, Brian, Margaret, Deb H, Jack, Zippity Doodad, awesome to have you here, my friend. TN123, David Freeman, Matthew Brozer, how is it going? Thank you for being here. Lisa Warden, always good to have you here. John Marsh, Castaway RJ, hey, from Canada, very cool. Pete Tier, great to have you here, my friend. Margaret, so good to be back. Louisville, Kentucky, 29 degrees. It's a pretty cool day here today, so definitely a good day to do this. The sun is not beating down, and it's not very warm at all.
Enjoy.
Get ourselves a window seat here. Do got a few people in our cart, but that'll be okay. Douglas coming in early April. Tanja, hello. Kurt Sugg. Chad C, Josh Brown, good to have you here. Resort Budgeting is ready. Alex, do you have a route plan? Like I said, I'm going to try for the monorail. This is a great monorail run over to the Transportation and Ticket Center. Then we are going to hit the Disney Ferry going over to Magic Kingdom. Then we'll jump on a bus and take that to one of the Skyliner resorts and jump on the Skyliner at that point. Hopefully we'll be able to accomplish all that. Deb H, looking forward to riding all the transportation. Alicia, good morning. Josh, yeah, you want to avoid the holiday weekends here because it is really, really busy. Zippity Doodad putting the links up there for me. I do appreciate that, my friend. Danielle, good morning. Haven't seen me in ages. Felix, good morning. Lisa, it is a beautiful day today. It really is. Tim, good morning. Robert Gavin, good to have you here. Weather is very, very pretty today. It's nice and cool today. A little bit of cloud cover, but not too bad. Flash Gordon, Skyliner number 1. I am with you on that, my friend. She actually redid the seats in here. It's more of a comfortable seat now. It's not that plastic seat that they used to have. It's like a seat cover over it. Actually smells pretty nice and fresh in here. They did a nice job renovating the inside. Hey Benjamin, good morning. Tony, welcome from Chicago. Alyssa from Chicago as well. All right, Kirk's going to be passing us. He's going to be getting on the gold monorail. Very cool. Brent, when is the Epcot entrance work supposed to be done? This is supposed to be like a 2 or 3 year project, I think. This is going to be ongoing for quite a while. Guardians is supposed to be done by the 50th anniversary, but the rest of the renovation is probably going to take quite a while inside. I would assume they'll have the front entrance done by the 50th as well. Usually they get the entrance work done pretty quick. They did Hollywood Studios really quick. Lawrence, they should paint some trees on the Guardians building to help it blend in. Actually, surprisingly enough, it really does blend in. It's not the eyesore that it was when they were building it. That go-away blue is pretty impressive, actually. Doesn't bother me so much anymore. Dream Big Live Grand. Hey, from Long Island. You are welcome for the stream.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are currently holding for further traffic clearance. Please remember to stay clear of all automatic doors. If you're standing, please continue to hold on to the silver handrails. Thank you.
All right, we're holding for some further traffic. This one usually sits here for a little bit. Lawrence Banks, over 120 watching. I appreciate that, everybody. Definitely hit that like button. Share this out if you want. Get some more people on board. That's always appreciated. Rick, it's probably, I would assume, in the 70s right now. Like I said, it's a really pretty day. It's got a nice breeze. It's not very hot. It's a great day to do this. Bridget, you love the monorail. Can't wait to ride the Skyliner. You're gonna have a great time riding the Skyliner, I promise. Danielle, it's cold and windy here in Fife, Scotland. Sorry about that. I know you wish you were back here. See Velvet coming in March. That's not too far away at all. P-tier, stick the camera out the window side shot. No, I don't think I'm going to be attempting that. I'd like to actually stay on the monorail and not get thrown off. Hey, Scott from Illinois, welcome. Lawrence said they finished all the monorail refurbs. I'm not sure. I haven't really rode the monorail in quite a while. This is actually the first time I've been in the refurbed monorail, so I think they did a really nice job inside. I like riding the Skyliner. So he's a beige dog or big dog. Always good to be there through you, and cheaper. Always good to share the joy here. So I appreciate you being here. Felix, good morning. It's been a while. What upcoming project are you likely to cover most? Probably through Epcot. You know, there's a lot going on here at Epcot. I mean, nothing as really cool as the Skyliner. You know, fingers crossed we'll get a second phase of the Skyliner at some point. and that would be a lot of fun to cover. All right, now our doors are closing. I got some more people on board, including some kids, so I probably won't pan too much through the cabin.
Welcome aboard the Monorail Black. Our next stop is the Transportation and Ticket Center. For those of you standing, please hang on to the handrails and do not lean against the doors. Thank you and have a magic day.
All right, we're finally going to be on our way here. Daniel wants me to go to Caribbean Beach. We'll see if we can make that happen. Jeff, happy Valentine's Day from yesterday. Travis, good morning. Josh, I think you should. I think you should live stream on Facebook and do transportation as well. It's always a lot of fun. It's like one of my favorite things about Disney is riding all the transportation. Hey Frank, welcome. Disney Lori, good to have you here. No, nothing about the legacy pictures yet. I have not seen anything going up about that. Kyle Solo, welcome. Laura R, welcome. Julie Bell from Hartford, England. Thank you so much for being here, and your family too. Bennett, welcome. Michael B. Penny, 5 degrees in Maine. I am so sorry to hear that. Holly Duncan, hey, from Scotland, going to Animal Kingdom Lodge for the first time in July. Beautiful, beautiful resort, so have an amazing time there. Sorry, I know I'm way behind on the comments. I'm trying to get with everybody here. Reese, hey, from Indy, 73 in Orlando. Thank you for looking that up. Rick, what are your plans for the 50th anniversary? Just to try to get through the crowds. I think that's number one. Margaret just shared on Facebook. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So this is one of the prettiest routes that you can take on the monorail. This is just beautiful scenery all through here. This will take us all the way down World Drive, all the way into the Transportation and Ticket Center. It's a beautiful waterway down there. Of course, you can see the Swan and Dolphin Hotel over there. Those cranes are building the new Cove Resort over at the Swan and Dolphin. That's going to be another tower high-rise over there. It's supposed to be really pretty. You can see all the solar panels down here. You can see the Grand Destino Tower away in the distance. DJ Cuto, sorry if I say that wrong, is the musky smell done? Yes, it smells really nice in here. It does not smell like an old gym in here anymore. So yeah, they must have really gone through and deep cleaned everything in here and redid everything. So really a pleasant ride. Hey Brian, when I was a kid, I used to let you sit as a driver. Asked last year, and it was a big no. Yeah, they definitely don't do that anymore. You know, an incident where the monorail had an issue, and they do not let folks ride up front anymore. Unfortunately, I remember doing that as a kid as well. Felix here in Rochester, and it's cold up there. Sorry about that. Really sorry. So this is World Drive. This is pretty much the main drag that takes you from the north to the south of Disney property. I got a really cool video that I drive all over Disney property telling you how to do that. And you'll find that World Drive is pretty much the main key getting back and forth. And this is going to take us right through the Magic Kingdom entrance. We'll see the marquee coming up here shortly. Actually does not look this busy right now at the Magic Kingdom, which is good. The Animal Kingdom, I'm telling you, it was backed up all the way to World Drive. There was so many cars there coming in this morning. Tammy, good morning from Chicagoland. Snow and ice. I'm so sorry to hear that. Dave thinks you can still ride up front in Disneyland. I'm not sure. That'd be an interesting question to figure out. So there are some kids inside the cabin here, so I really don't like to pan around too much. So we'll just check out the beautiful views outside. So if you're coming, Magic Kingdom looks like the place to come right now. It does not look too terribly busy. Definitely avoid the Animal Kingdom today. That was crazy coming in. Even Epcot seemed pretty busy. A lot of cars coming into Magic Kingdom, but parking lot is not very full as of yet. So there's the tram drop off and pick up, the temporary tram for the Magic Kingdom Transportation and Ticket Center now. So there is a little bit of a walk now because they're doing some construction. You can see right here, this is all being redone, a new tram stop, new entrance, new security entrance, all that stuff is being done down there. Beautiful shot of the Grand Floridian. And right there's the ferry boat that's going to be jumping on next. That's actually one of my favorite forms of transportation.
The security and the buy ticket part. So
yeah, you said the way to actually get in.
yeah, maybe that won't be so bad. I think what the crowd does stuff.
I saw a water bottle on the roof.
You saw a water bottle on the roof? That's crazy.
All right, a lot of people waiting to get on to go to Epcot. Mark, love to hear the happy little voices. Yeah, it's always nice to hear excited kids getting ready to go to the Magic Kingdom. There's nothing better than that. Dave C., I remember when my kids were that young. Yeah, that's a great time, seriously. So here's the inside of the cabin again, so you can get a really good look at it. All right, so this is the Transportation and Ticket Center. Right when we get off, we can go to Magic Kingdom parking, transfer to the Magic Kingdom, or transfer to the Magic Kingdom resorts. You have all different options here. Obviously, this is the big hub. This is the transportation hub. So you have the bus, you have the trams, you have the boat, and you have the monorail. Hopefully, fingers crossed, someday we'll get a Skyliner station planted in here. Trust me, it's all floating around in my head, all the different options that you could do with the Skyliner. And they could definitely fit a Skyliner station in here. There's a really great area that I think would house a good Skyliner station. In fact, we'll take a look at that area once we get down here. So all the Disney buses are usually parked all over through here, and then all the outside resort buses you can catch over here as well, all the Ubers, taxis, all that stuff. So even if it's not Disney transportation, you're wondering, where you catch your Uber or your taxi to go to the Magic Kingdom, it's all done through here, the Transportation and Ticket Center. Hey, Expedition Greg came on. Thank you for being here. Always good to have you here, buddy. All right, so there's one off the checklist right now. We got the monorail done. We are just gonna ride one of the Disney boats, and that's the ferry going across to the Magic Kingdom. It would just be incredibly too long to do all of the Disney boats. There's so many different ones. There's the river cruisers and the friendship boats and the ferries. So that would be a completely other live stream that I could probably do in the future, is to hit all the boating transportation. That might be a lot of fun. So definitely a lot of craziness going on inside the Transportation and Ticket Center right now. So you can see there's your monorail hubs. We just got off the Epcot monorail, and then over to the left here you have a choice to go to the Magic Kingdom, a direct monorail over to Magic Kingdom, or you can jump on the Resort monorail. Direct just swings all the way around to the entrance of the Magic Kingdom, so you can avoid the resort stops. But if you do want to hit the resorts, if you want to go to Polynesian, Grand Floridian, or the Contemporary, you can always take the resort hotels all the way to the far left over here. Busy, busy, busy. Look at that. Magic Kingdom monorail is really backed up. Looks like they had both ferry boats running over here, so this is a good choice. I always like the ferry. I think it's, when you have mass amount of crowds, I think that the ferry handles a lot of those crowds a lot better. You can get large groups of people at one time onto the ferry boats. And if they're running both ferry boats, then it really goes through a lot of people. Just like what the Skyliner is doing now, it's a constantly moving process, so you always have people boarding. Some restrooms. There's restrooms located on either side of the Transportation and Ticket Center. There's a nice little coffee shop over here too. Joffrey's Coffee, it's always some good stuff. So the Magic Kingdom ferry boat.
Maybe the only time of the day you don't have to be in line.
See beautiful Cinderella Castle all the way across Seven Seas Lagoon.
Yep, they should do those cameras. What's up, Brian? How's it going? I'm from Pennsylvania, but I go to
So just over to the right here, in these trees, there's a clearing on the opposite side of the trees, which I think would be a beautiful spot to put a Skyliner station. And you could actually take that Skyliner station across the Seven Seas Lagoon if you wanted, and drop it in front of the Magic Kingdom. It would also make for a nice hub to get to other surrounding areas. All right, let's try to stay over on the end here so we're not in people's faces. So the General Joe Potter is already filled up. So we're going to wait for the other ferry boat to cross. It should be probably about 10 minutes or so. Resort budgeting. I bet the Skyliner here would go to the entrance in about 1.5 minutes. Yeah, it would be, I think it would be a great asset. And you know, it wouldn't take away from, like I said, if you planted the Skyliner station right here, right across in this clearing here, you could go keep it, you know, as far over to the right of Seven Seas Lagoon as you could. So, you know, it wouldn't take away from the really pretty views and everything that you have for Grand Floridian, Polynesian, and all that. You know, looking straight across at the Magic Kingdom. You can actually go over top of the trees here, and you know, you don't even have to go over the water. You can go over the trees, and I just think it would be a perfect opportunity to get people back and forth. They could really use it at the Magic Kingdom. And this is where I think that they would incorporate the larger gondola systems. There's gondolas out there that can hold, you know, 30 to 50 people per gondola. So could you imagine these large gondolas going back and forth, hauling that many people? I mean, you could get a ton of people back and forth. So if it's in the future, I think this would be a great spot to plan a Skyliner station for sure. Expedition Greg, Rob is amazing. He has inspired me to start my channel, Disney Lori, between him and Josh from Resort TV1. Thank you so much, Greg. That is awesome. You are doing such a fantastic job over there. You're getting a ton of subscribers. Definitely check out Expedition Greg over there. Awesome, awesome guy. Check out Resort TV1 too. Josh is amazing over there. We all love Josh. Josh and Jenna. Dave C. Robbie Point like a trained cast member. Interesting. I think it's just part of the Disney blood. Yeah, you got the two-finger point there. is our budgeting. Actually, I think it would be better to do the station in the middle of the parking area. I suppose you could probably do something like that. I doubt if they will. They like to keep everything centralized here. Plus you're going through a security checkpoint, so you know, you're not just jumping on, you know, obviously at the resorts and stuff, you're not really having to go through security and all that, but I think it's as an added bonus, they want to keep it inside the transportation center here, just so you can get through a security checkpoint, which I would agree. I really find that it's better to go through security before you should ride any of the Disney transportation. I'm sure they're working on a lot of that in the future, but you know, a lot of the times getting on the buses and some certain transportation, you're not going through security checkpoints, so you know, hopefully they'll revise that in the future and you know, try to find ways to get everybody through a security checkpoint. I know it's a hassle, but you know, it's the world we live in. We have to be safe, and you know, I appreciate the work that all the security does here and all the cast members trying to keep us all safe. Lawn War, how long do you think it would take to set those Skyliner towers in the water? Well, they did it at Pop Century in Hourglass Lake, and you know, they did it within that 2-year time frame. It did take a little while. They have to plant the concrete pillars, and it's a process to get the pillars in there. But like I said, you could be on a lot of land. You know, you really wouldn't have to cross so much of the water if you were to go over these trees. Uh-oh, trivia questions and stickers. I don't know if you can hear her or not. Which park opened October 1st, 1971? Got a 50th anniversary coming up. Yeah, Magic Kingdom. Right there, that beautiful castle.
What was the original name of Disney's Hollywood Studios?
The original name of Disney's Hollywood Studios. Everybody knows that. MGM. Those are back in the glory days.
What does Epcot stand for?
What does Epcot stand for? Somebody gonna get it? Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow, or City of Tomorrow. Always a city of becoming.
For cast members, Epcot means every paycheck comes on Thursday.
Every paycheck comes on Thursday.
Open with the 4 main theme parks of Walt Disney World.
Last park to open, Animal Kingdom.
There you go.
There's the ferry boat coming in across the Seven Seas Lagoon.
Last standing attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios. That was a main theme park open for Disney's Hollywood Studios. That didn't make any sense because I didn't read the rest of the question.
What ride was actually still standing?
Does anyone know what the Great Movie Ride is now going to be?
Great movie ride is going to be the Mickey Mouse Railway.
Yes, Mickey and Minnie's.
Hey, those are some cool stickers. Yeah, they're Watercraft stickers. I don't think I've ever seen those. Those are cool stickers. I don't think I've ever seen those. Watercraft stickers. That's cool. All right, we're going to ride the Joe Fowler, Admiral Joe Fowler.
Okay, what ride will allow guests to take an adventure on the back of a banshee?
What ride will allow guests to take an adventure on the back of a banshee? Flight of Passage. All right, Reese says Epcot, every person comes out tired. I like that one too. Johan Benda, MGM back in the 90s. MGM Studios was fantastic back in the 90s. I loved it back then. I love the 90s in Disney. All right, shouldn't be too much longer. We'll be getting on the Joe Fowler here. We'll make a beautiful sail across the Seven Seas Lagoon. We've done this in many of my past videos. This is always a lot of fun. Jay Blue, do you think they will ever retire the boat or monorail to be carbon neutral? That's interesting. I think, I don't know if there's different options. The fuel that they burn now is very carbon neutral. They actually take the food waste and they reprocess that into fuel here at Disney. So they do everything they can to be, as green as possible. Obviously, the Skyliner was a huge step in that direction. The Skyliner is completely green. It's all electric energy. It also runs on natural gas for backup. So the Skyliner, staying green, you're going to see the Skyliner as more of a primary mode of transportation in the future for sure. Monorail as well. Monorail is completely electric. So yeah, the ferry boats, they've been here for so long. Hopefully they'll come up with a better system to run them, but I would hate to see them go in any fashion. I mean, they're just so iconic to Disney. I love riding all the boat transportation, especially the ferry boats. See, Julio says Disneyland California getting a makeover, Snow White makeover ride for the anniversary 65th open this summer. I didn't know that. Thank you for sharing that. That's awesome. Mr. Cruise Fever was born in '84, 10 years younger than me. Brent, what park will the Skyliner get first, Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom? I think if they do a phase 2, they are going to come off of the back of Pop Century and Art of Animation, run through the back end of Hourglass Lake, down to Osceola Parkway, down to the All-Star Resorts, and then into the Animal Kingdom. Personally, I think that's where Phase 2 is going to go. That would be the best scenario. You're covering the All-Star Resorts, which is another huge resort. A lot of people. You can even branch out into Coronado Springs at that point if you were to put maybe a hub at the All-Star Resorts. So that would be a good option as well.
Okay.
It's going to get a little more narrow through here, but we'll slowly make our way in. Then eventually, I think a Phase 3 would involve a 5th theme park, which I think would go centralized off of World Drive, and have a huge hub with that 5th gate where you could branch into the Magic Kingdom, branch off into Disney Springs, into Coronado Springs. So many possibilities. I mean, the imagination is can go wild with where they can go. I don't think I've ever boarded on this dock. I always board on the main dock. So this is cool. I've never boarded on the secondary dock here. So we get to experience this all together. Well, they are actually running all 3 ferries today. So we got the 3rd ferry coming in. There's one docked over at the Magic Kingdom right now, and we're getting on Joe Fowler as we speak. So that's awesome. They are really moving a lot of people today. Thumbs up to Disney for keeping everything efficient.
If you have little ones on your shoulders, you need to take them down. Whether they're going to clear or not, you do need to have them on the shoulder.
All right, we'll get ourselves a good view over on the Grand Floridian side. Let's grab ourselves a window. A beautiful view of the Polynesian. Everything is trees pretty much on the other side until we hit over to the Contemporary. So I always like this side a little bit better. Michael B. Rick Moranis officially signed on to return for the new Honey, I Shrunk the Kids sequel coming to theaters. Are you serious? That is awesome. Wow, thank you for sharing that. That is very cool. I love Rick Moranis. He went into sort of a temporary retirement because he was basically raising his kids. That is awesome to see him come back. He is hilarious. He was one of my favorites back in the 80s for sure. P-Tier, the ferry is not on a track. These ferries are driven by captains. They are not on a track. The only ferry that's on the track is the one inside the Magic Kingdom, the Liberty Bell. I love watching the seagulls fly around. So these are definitely free-floating vessels. They actually say that as they're docking, that they can bounce around a little bit. So, you know, as smooth as they are, you don't really have to hold on to anything while it's running, but as you're docking, sometimes it does bump around a little bit. Jay Blue, do I ever get tired of Disney? I went to live there in Orlando, so I can go more often, but also wonder if some of the magic gets lost being overly familiar with it. Well, that's a good question. I've actually talked about that before, and Disney is what you kind of make of it. So, you know, is it something? Do I come to the parks every day and you know, do things like I'm on vacation? No. So Disney is fun for me because I get to explore all the little tiny details that you can't do when you're on vacation. So when you live here, you can do things like this that normally you wouldn't do when you're here for, you know, a 3 or 5 day vacation. You know, you wouldn't take the entire day just to go and ride all the transportation, or you wouldn't take the time to go through a resort and see all the little details and experience some of the food and drinks and things like that. And of course you can do that on vacation, but a lot of people like to come and they like to go in the parks. So, you know, I do go to the parks sometimes, but it's kind of rare. So I like seeing the outskirts of Disney. So that's what keeps me happy. That's what keeps me motivated, is all the little details that you get to discover when you're down here. So it's definitely, you know, definitely a plus. And you don't have to go. There's a ton of other stuff in Florida as well. Florida is just such a fun place to live. I mean, all around there's so many great things to do. So of course you can get tired of anything. You know, of course you can get tired of, you know, coming to the Magic Kingdom and doing that. Do I personally? No, I'm like a kid. Every time I go in the Magic Kingdom, I'm always like a kid. It always feels like the first time. Other people may have different opinions, but I love it. So it's just always been a passion, always been in my blood. So Killer 170, Scott 45, I'm still waiting to get to Disney Plus. It's not here until March in the UK. Yeah, Disney Plus has been pretty fun. I haven't watched it very much. I've actually kind of gone back to Netflix. Netflix just seems to be pumping out a lot more content and a lot better original content. I really think that Disney needs to, you know, to get on the ball as far as getting a lot of original series out and movies and content. They've had some stuff come out, but nothing. I mean, it seems like every time you open up Netflix, there's new series and new movies like every single day. So I'm sure Disney will catch up. Ultimately, Disney is amazing, and they're gonna do what they need to do. But Josh, I don't really get tired of Disney. They're once or twice a week away. Exactly. He doesn't get tired of Disney. And you know, you have to do it at your own pace. You know, if you come here every single day, and you know, it's probably going to get a little tiresome. But you know, if you do it when you feel like doing it and you're motivated and you want to come have a great time, then it's perfect. Look at how gorgeous that is. The Grand Floridian is just so beautiful. You know, it's kind of funny. If you remember Hulk Hogan back, you know, wrestling Hulk Hogan, he had a show back in the 80s called Thunder in Paradise. Look it up on YouTube, Thunder in Paradise. And they filmed most of that show from the Grand Floridian here. So like all the shots that looks like they're on the ocean or on a beach and all that, it's all done at the Grand Floridian. It's really cool to watch. All done like on the beach and by the pool area and all that stuff. You know, they try to make it look like they're in the tropics and all that, but it's all the Grand Floridian. Kimberly, I concur, not sick of my Disneyland. You just don't. I mean, Disney is in your blood, so it's just not something that you really get sick of. Now the pathway is really coming up. So let me zoom in here. They're working on the new pathway that gets over from the Grand Floridian over to the Magic Kingdom. Huge, huge thumbs up. They really needed this for a long time. So you'll be able to make the complete walk all the way around the Seven Seas Lagoon now. And they're actually constructing that bridge. It's going to be a swivel bridge. So they'll be able to open and close the bridge, because that's where they park the electric light parade that they do on the water each night. There's a channel that runs back there. So the bridge will actually swing open and shut. So that construction is coming along very, very well. They're also doing a lot of construction in the front of the Magic Kingdom. They're sorry, I'm trying to zoom out here. Everything's bouncing around my screen. They're redoing the boat docks up here as well. So they're going to be adding new boat docks, I believe, for Polynesian and Contemporary, Fort Wilderness, Wilderness Lodge, all that. And they're also going to have the Reflections Resort, the new nature resort that they'll need a boat dock for. However, they might incorporate that with Wilderness Lodge or Fort Wilderness at some point. So there's Joe Potter. There's the third ferry going back. Not a whole lot of people leaving the Magic Kingdom. They're all coming to the Magic Kingdom. So you can see we're not too full up here. I mean, there's still a lot of room left inside the ferry. They could definitely fit more people on here. They're not jam-packing people in here. They still want you to have some comfort level. So this is one of the ferries heading over to, I believe that's the Fort Wilderness boat. So it goes to Grand Floridian, Polynesian, Contemporary, Wilderness Lodge, and Fort Wilderness. They have boats that go to all of those resorts. So you can see all that construction. Those are all going to be new boat docks and part of the new pathway that they're finishing up as well. Resort budgeting, you're waving to the people going by. You always got to wave. Alicia, what's the difference in the streaming device you're using today compared to the one you used the other day at the Animal Kingdom? So clear and beautiful today. You know, it's just, you know, you just hit some of these spots sometimes. When you get into really dense crowd areas inside the parks, a lot of times the signal just gets eaten up. It's an unfortunate thing, and I apologize for that, but you know, kind of outside of the property, just out and about, so you get a little better quality. So hopefully we'll have a really nice stream finishing up all the transportation today. Resort budgeting, yes, there's the Willy Wonka boat. That is so funny. I think of that every single time now. That's one of the little cruisers that they have going over to Polynesian and Grand Floridian, but that looks like the boat from Willy Wonka. Never really thought about that until somebody brought that up. That's really funny. So right now we're bouncing. We're actually bouncing and hitting the dock right now. You know, you can barely feel it. You really don't feel much of it, but like I said, it is free floating. So we'd actually talked about all this money. People throw, you know, all their coins and stuff into the water here at Disney. There's a lot in the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a lot in It's a Small World. And somebody had looked it up before, and that Disney had collected this money and donated $18,000 to a children's hospital here in Orlando. So that was really, really cool. $18,000 just in change collected that Disney was able to donate. Danielle, I'm going to go take a look at the buses. I was thinking Pop Century Art of Animation, but you were asking for Caribbean Beach, so I suppose we can jump on the Caribbean Beach bus. I'm going to take a look at the crowd level too. I try to find something that doesn't have a whole lot of people on board. You know, because I try to give as much respect as I can to people, and again, I don't like to be in people's faces and stuff, so I try to avoid the crowds as much as possible. P tier spare change, that's a lot of spare change. Let's see, Memely Wag, star, hopefully I said that right. Hello, host. My name is Rob, I am your host, your ghost host. You're waving to everyone. Thank you for being here, I appreciate that. All right, so now we're going to make our way out of here.
You've never been? It's so cute.
Try to let some of these folks go by me here so you guys don't have to look at the back of people's heads. We'll wait for everybody to get out and then we'll make our way out. Resort budgeting, I wonder how much is at the bottom of the lake. Probably as much as an annual pass. Yeah, considering how much they are anymore, you can definitely buy a couple annual passes. P tier, the boats probably hit a pile of Scrooge McDuck coins and they had to clean it, yes. Dave C, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for that super chat. $4.99 from Dave C. Got to run for a bit. Hope the stream goes well, and hopefully you can jump back in a little bit later. I appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you so much. It's very generous. Hopefully you have a wonderful day, and definitely jump back in if you can. Matthew Broser, it's a Disney Transportation Day. Yes, one of my favorite things to do. I love it so much. Huntress of the Unknown. Very cool name. So fun. This is very fun. Thank you for sharing it with us. So I always like to hang behind a little bit and wait for this mass crowd to go, and then we have a little cleaner walk going out. There's a Willy Wonka boat coming in. Other people have the same ideas. They kind of hang out in the back, and why fight the crowds? You know, if you have the time, just hang back a little bit. Mimily Wag Star, hope you can visit my house and make you some coffee. Well, how about you come to Disney and we'll have some coffee here. I'm sure you make excellent coffee though. DJ Quito1, sorry, I really hope I'm saying that right. $1.99 super chat from DJ Quito. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that, my friend. But thank you so much. $1.99 super chat. Very, very generous. I appreciate that.
Have a great day.
Have a great day, guys. All right, so here is the Disney buses. These are all the bus stations, so you can get all of the Disney resorts over here. Very close to the Magic Kingdom entrance, so that's always a bonus as well. So I also think that, let me get off the dock here, and we'll try to talk for a second. Actually, we'll walk over to the buses and I'll talk a little bit more about what I think the Skyliner should do once it's where it should come in over here. So pretty easy. We just follow the walkways, you know, deal with some of the construction going on in front of the Magic Kingdom. All the parks have construction at some point going on, so it's just something that you're always going to deal with, especially up to the 50th anniversary. They're trying to get so much done, but it's going to be so beautiful once it's all done for the 50th. All right, there it is right there. There's the Willy Wonka boat. There's no knowing where we're going. Why the rowers keep on rowing. There's no knowing if we're slowing. Is it raining? Is it pouring? Is a hurricane a blowing? I don't know the words, but you know what I'm talking about. Tried to sing that the last time too. They do need some Oompa Loompas on the back there, cranking the boat around. So again, all this is boat dock construction. This is all being redone, hopefully to accommodate, you know, a lot more people coming out during the 50th anniversary. It's going to be crazy. Resort budgeting. Yes, I was singing. You guys actually want to hear me sing? Look up my name on YouTube. Look up Robert Dibo on YouTube. And a long time ago, I posted videos of me singing. I actually sing like musical theater stuff, like Les Mis and Phantom of the Opera, Jekyll and Hyde, that kind of stuff. And they're old videos, but if you want to check that out, you can hear me sing, like sing for real. So this is nice. You can come right up to the front gate here, get on into the Magic Kingdom. We've already gone through a security checkpoint at Epcot when we got on the monorail, or you would have gone through security at the Transportation and Ticket Center. So once you get over here, you're basically just going into the front entrance. But we're going to make our way over to the right and head to the Disney buses. which the Caribbean Beach should be number 18. And the Art of Animation and Pop Century should be, I believe, 32 and 34, which is way on the other side. So we'll kind of take a visual over here and see where a lot of our crowds are. It doesn't look like it's probably too busy. Like I said, everybody's pretty much coming in and not leaving right now. All right, I'm going to stay over to the left here because I don't like to put the security on. I'm actually going to point the camera down so it's not being rude in any way. Just give the security some respect and don't show any of that on video. Take care. All right, I know you guys signed on to take a beautiful look at the Disney concrete here. Actually, we can look at this because this is really cool. These are all the little plaques that you could buy, the little concrete plaques back in the 90s where you could purchase these and you could have something put on it, like you see 1995. These go all like around the Seven Seas Lagoon as well. So you could put, you know, your names on there, you could put anniversaries on there, birthdays, whatever you wanted, and they would put the year. And this is really, really great that they've actually left all these here. So let's see if I was right.
Are we going on the Dotto one? We're going on the Animal Kingdom.
Pop Century 32, got that one right. And let's see. Caribbean Beach 18, got that one right. Am I gonna get, where's the other one? Caribbean, oh, maybe they moved Art of Animation 34. See, I got that one right too, so. Let's see, 18 looks pretty empty down there, so we're gonna make our way around that way. Hello. Got gates 11 through 26 over on the left and 27 to 34 over on the right. They actually have, at night, they have the buses that will take you to the Transportation Ticket Center when the mass crowds are coming out. If you go over to Load Zone 28 over here, you can get on, they have buses constantly running back and forth to the TTC. So they have the ferry boats, the monorail, and buses. So you can really get on the buses pretty quick. I always choose to take the buses. It seems to be the fastest mode of transportation when there's huge crowds here. But like I was saying, let's take a look. So here's the ferry boats. So you can also see there's a nice plot of land right over here. And again, a lot of this has to do with you know, the structure of the land, swampy land and all that. But you have this clearing over here, and then right over those trees is the Transportation Ticket Center. So you could run the Skyliner station right here, over the top of these trees, right into the Transportation Ticket Center, like we said when we were over on the boat dock. It would give you a nice clearing, so it wouldn't be going right over top of Seven Seas Lagoon. So the Skyliner would actually be coming right over the top of these trees, right into here, and you could walk, you know, right over to the main entrance of the Magic Kingdom, right through the bus entrances here. So that's just my thought on what would be a great plan to add the Skyliner over here. Will it happen? Who knows? But that's the way I would do it. Hey, they got the new Minnie Mouse bus over here. They've kind of changed the design up a little bit. When the character buses first came out, you know, they have the large Minnie Mouse head on the side of the bus, and now they have the smaller Minnie Mouse, which I think that's really cute. I really like that. I did an article on passporttotheparks.com. Good, how are you?
I guess you got the audio on there.
Yeah, just live streaming a little bit, just walking around and.
You hear my voice on there.
I'm sorry?
I said my voice will be.
Yeah, the voice is in there. Is that okay? Sorry about that. How are you? I'm Rob.
How you
Juan,
doing?
is it? Good, good, good.
How you doing?
Good. Everything okay, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just like to walk around and say hello.
I understand. I'm with I do Passport to the Parks. I just walk around and do live streams and
very
do
good.
videos and stuff like that. Just have
Awesome.
fun. Yeah.
Very good. Well, you have a great day.
Okay.
Take
You
care
too.
of yourself.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Yeah, he did. And it feels like it. And like
All right. Gonna make our way down towards Caribbean Beach. Oh, they do. They got a couple of the Minnie Mouse buses. And that's okay. You know, Disney coming up and saying hello, just seeing what I'm up to. Always encourage that. You know, safety is always number one to me here. So, again, if anybody ever comes up, security or anybody from Disney, and asks, you know, what's going on, what's happening, always try to answer their questions and be upfront and honest. You know, if you're not supposed to do something, then obviously don't do it. We'll shut down. But for the most part, just walking around having some fun. And Disney cast members are always very, very nice, very, very courteous, and always enjoy talking to them. So the Yacht and Beach Club, Disney's Animal Kingdom, Disney's Port Orleans, all right, Caribbean Beach. Doesn't look like anybody here. Trying to make my way through the maze. Hello. Do you know if the Caribbean Beach bus actually makes a stop to get on the Skyliner over there?
Yes.
Is that one of the stops?
You may get off in Aruba. It's closer path to walk to the
Oh, to
Skyliner.
Aruba. They don't. It doesn't stop in the little hub there.
No.
Is that just the
no,
internal
right
bus?
At the station.
Okay.
Jamaica is close, but Aruba is closer.
Okay.
So from Aruba you may walk to.
Okay. I got to get back over to Epcot, so I'll jump on that. And
From here you may grab the monorail.
yeah, I wanted to ride the Skyliner, so
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you may get off in Aruba.
All right.
You get off this stop, you will see the Skyliner station right next to them.
awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. If you see nobody else waiting, it's because probably the bus left a few minutes ago.
That's all right.
So
It's a beautiful day, so
another one coming soon.
all right. Thank you. All right, looks like we're down here all by ourselves, which is cool. You can't beat that. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if the buses actually stop in that little hub for the Skyliner. I think that's probably just for the internal shuttle that goes inside the Caribbean Beach. So we'll just, we'll jump off and we'll head over to the Skyliner station and we'll head back over to Epcot. And that's where I'm parked, and we will have made our full circle at that point. The walk from Barbados is about 4 minutes. Aruba is definitely going to be the closest. It's right across, or I'm sorry, Jamaica. Jamaica would be the closest to get over to the central station. Or Aruba, if we get off there, we can walk over to the Riviera station as well. So we'll kind of play it by ear. It's just fun. Nothing has to be planned out. We're just having some fun, trying to get back over to Epcot. Hey Reese, welcome from Buffalo. Thank you so much for being here. See, Jay Blue, is it more of a community or a competition when it comes to all the Disney YouTubers? Tim Tracker, Rick's Flicks, Theme Park Stop, all these guys. I've met a lot of different YouTubers, and we all just have fun and talk to each other. I'm friends with a lot of the different YouTubers and stuff. Sometimes some people might be in a competition. I look at it as a community, and I think a lot of other YouTubers look at it as a community. I prefer supporting other people, seeing other people succeed as well, and just have a lot of fun. And to me, it's just about having the opportunity for somebody who can't be here to be able to experience it, because it hurts a lot when you can't be here, and I know that feeling of not being able to be here. So for me, it's about sharing that, and I think for a lot of other YouTubers, it's about sharing that as well. So I look at it as more of a community. I love the community. I've always had good relationships with people, and YouTubers, just people I meet, cast members, everybody. So Eric in Florida, how do they know a vlogger when they see one? A lot of times you're walking around with the stabilizer camera and a microphone on top and all that stuff, and a lot of people have that stuff. You just want quality video and stuff. A lot of people, it's accessible now. You can get really good quality equipment for decent prices. I have a DSLR camera with my my phone mounted to the top that I live stream through, and a microphone clipped to me going in. So it is what it is. It's not totally normal. It's not like you're just walking around with your cell phone, but it just allows me to take pictures and video and stuff like that, and just makes things easy as I'm walking through property. Other people have different setups, and I'm sure things work best for however they have their own setup. So this is the waiting game. This is the bus is usually where we're going to wait the most. Like the driver said, the Caribbean Beach bus may have just left a little bit ago, so it could be a few before we get another one coming in. But hey, hang out with me. We'll have a great time looking at the parking lot here and looking at the other buses. Those are the articulating buses over there, the bendy buses, I guess accordion bus, whatever you'd like to call them. Those are always a lot of fun to ride. Standing right in the middle in the accordion as it's turning and stuff, that's always fun. Pete here, did I know at the end of Willy Wonka, when Grandpa Joe opens the door to go into Wonka's office, it makes the Twitter tweet sound? No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to go watch that now. It sounds like, it probably is a Wonka sound too. That sounds exactly like something that Willy Wonka would have. That's pretty funny. Danielle, this is for you. We're doing Caribbean Beach for you. Pop Century Art of Animation would just be one stop, just going directly in, jumping off and heading to the Skyliner. Caribbean Beach will have multiple stops, so we'll hit all the stops and then probably get off close to the Skyliner station and jump on the Skyliner and head back over to Epcot, so I can have some fun over there. Bus is going to the boardwalk. Wilderness Lodge coming through. It looks like we'll have a couple folks joining us here for the Caribbean Beach. Reese Nunn, hey, from Buffalo, New York. Thank you for being here. Resort budgeting, they run once an hour. Actually, that is for the Skyliner resorts, like Epcot and Hollywood Studios, where they drop that down to an hour. Magic Kingdom should still be running on a normal schedule, because that's the only transportation over to the Magic Kingdom is by bus. So you should still have a pretty good rotation of buses for Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom. Danielle Gordon, thank you so much, $4.99 super chat. I appreciate that so very, very much. Disney Lori, $9.99 super chat. Thank you as well. Very, very generous. Let me see here. I'm sorry I missed that, guys. Thanks for the great, Daniel says, thanks for the great round trip, the Disney transport. You are very, very welcome. Disney Lori, $9.99, went to YouTube to see you sing. Very impressive. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's just something I've always enjoyed to do, is singing. So hopefully you guys enjoy checking that out. That's from a very long time ago. Resort budgeting, you think the Skyliner station here should be half water, half land? Like I said, it would. It would go over the top of those trees, and then you would go over some of Seven Seas Lagoon when you would enter closer to the station here. So you would definitely go over some water and over some very high trees. So I think it would be a really cool little way to get over to the Magic Kingdom here. Two Real Geeks, a YouTuber can be spotted a mile away. I know we are at Six Flags. Yes. Mr. Cruise Fever spokesman has special camera stuff. Yeah, I think he carries the backpack around that has all the battery equipment, and there's devices out there that help with your streaming signal and stuff like that. It's pretty expensive stuff. So I know he does carry a pretty hefty backpack around with him. There's that new Minnie Mouse bus. I really, really like that. I think it's cute. Just Minnie kind of peeking out the window there. So I guess they're going to be doing more of these. They'll do Mickey and I guess the Fabulous Six as well. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed. It's a Disney Plus bus. Rick, I think it's great you can bring all the sights and sounds of Disney to all those who can't make the trip for many reasons. You are very welcome. That's exactly why I do it. I know how much it means to people, to see Disney when you're at home and you can't be here. So any of that little magic that I can share with you guys just makes me feel good. And WDW bound Disney Frank, why are the bendy buses only at that station? This is pretty much where they can handle the size of those buses through here. They could probably do it at Hollywood Studios, but I don't think they're using these buses very much anymore. I think they only have a very limited amount of these buses, and they can only go into certain resorts. They can't get into a lot of the older resorts just because of the size. So they're very limited as far as what they can use them for. So they have the most people that are at the Magic Kingdom, so they use them here, for that aspect of the amount of people that they have. So it's kind of a size issue, and it's a amount of people issue here. But I don't believe they're going to be buying any of these, or I haven't seen any new ones in quite some time. So I doubt if they're going to use these anymore. They'll probably run these until they don't run anymore. And like I said, they don't work well inside most of the Disney resorts. Swan and Dolphin. Oh, we just missed the Minnie Mouse bus. It's going to, what is that? I'm not sure what stop that is over there. Oh, French Quarter. Robert, just there 3 weeks ago, definitely missing it. Thanks for the live stream. Can't wait for August when we'll be back in town. Awesome, glad to help you out. Glad you're loving it. Have an amazing time in August. Very hot, but hey, you're in Disney World, so it doesn't matter. Get some great shot of the monorails coming by too. J&N Travel's very cold here in New Hampshire. I wish you were here as well, my friend. Reese, I'll be there in October. Any tips? Definitely go to the Food and Wine Festival, see all the awesome concerts at Epcot during the fall. That's always a great experience to have here. Disney Lori, does Cammie sing? She sings, but not like that. She doesn't sing to that extent. Robbie, hey, my friend, welcome. Hello, Rob. Can't wait for the Daytona 500 tomorrow. Hope you have an awesome day, my friend. Big party here tomorrow. Are you actually here? Are you here for the Daytona? Like I said, I was talking about that earlier today, is they had the Daytona is going on, so there's a ton of people here in the area. So that's why Disney has been pretty packed. Plus it's President's Day weekend. So just a lot of people in the Florida area, Central Florida area, and they all are coming to Disney. But awesome to see you here, Robbie. I haven't talked to you in a while. Killer 170, Scott 45. I try to avoid going on the buses when on holiday, as I drive them for a living on the wrong side of the road. Be a little odd driving a bus in the USA. Yeah, it would be kind of odd, you know, just if we were over in Europe and trying to drive on the opposite side of the road. Probably definitely take a lot of getting used to. That one's heading over to the Animal Kingdom. All right, still waiting on our Caribbean Beach bus. Reese, is there an extra cost for the monorail? No, the Disney transportation, here we go, here's a Caribbean Beach. Disney transportation is free. Skyliner, monorail, boat transportation, and the buses are all free transportation here for Disney. So we are also going to put to rest Hello.
Hello.
How are you? All right. We're going to find a seat here. Just pointing out the window right now until we figure out who's going to be on the bus. We've got some more folks running down here trying to catch the bus for the Caribbean Beach. And I think they'll make it. So a lot of people say, is it Caribbean or Caribbean? I always say Caribbean, and people would always give me a hard time saying, oh, it's Caribbean, it's Caribbean. But if you listen, on the bus here, it will say that we're heading to Caribbean Beach. So Disney pronounces it Caribbean. All right, so let's swing around here a little bit so we don't get too many folks on the stream here. So there we are, it's February the 15th and it's 12:24 p.m. We've actually made pretty good time here. We've done all this in an hour and a half, so we should be able to ride all this transportation probably within about 2.5 hours. That's pretty awesome. Jason, going to be here in 4 weeks. Yeah, Danielle, it's pretty rare that I actually get on a wrapped one as well. I see all the wrapped ones all around, but every time I ride a bus, it's usually just one of the white ones as well. So, which makes it a little better because you can actually see out the windows. The wrapped buses, just like the Skyliner, is a little harder to see out the windows. There's the monorail line going by. Danielle, yes, they will stop at every stop. I believe they do Martinique, Old Port Royal, Barbados, Trinidad, Jamaica, and then Aruba, I believe, are all the stops over at Caribbean Beach. Robbie, you do wish you were here. Have a huge party here at home with catered food, plenty of draft beer, and a great loud sound system. That is awesome. That sounds like a lot of fun, actually. I know people who love the racing and all that. They really get into it, which is great. It's something that I would definitely love to do. I mean, I live within an hour and a half of Daytona, so someday I'd really like to go up there and see one of the races. I think that would be a lot of fun. There's a bus going to the Riviera. It's the first time I've seen a Riviera bus. That's cool. All right, we are raising the bus up, and I think we're going to get going here. No brainer 60. Yes, fingers crossed for no drunk dads. Yeah, hopefully no issues on the bus. Everybody always is just here to have some fun. That's all we like to do, is just have some fun, respect people's space, and that's all we can do. So the bus actually did fill up pretty well. There's a lot of kids on board, so I won't be panning too far back into the bus. But we can at least see where we're going. And take a look out the side windows.
Hello everyone, and welcome aboard the Walt Disney World Transportation.
Oh, listen, they're going to say Caribbean.
We hope you enjoyed your day here at the Magic Kingdom. We're on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort, a tropical paradise as exotic and colorful as the islands themselves. For your safety and the safety of others, please remain seated while the motor coach is in motion. If you're standing, we encourage you to use the handrails overhead or to the side, and remain clear of the doors and stairwell. We ask that you refrain from eating, drinking, and smoking while on board the motor coach. And now we invite you to relax.
It's a contemporary resort.
You'll be home soon.
So there you go, Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Robbie, usually have like 50 people here to watch the Daytona 500. That is crazy. Have an amazing time. I hope you enjoy that for sure. Danielle, you miss hearing that so much. Yeah, the announcements at Disney are part of the fun. Jay Blue loves the overcome voice at Disney. So right now we're heading up World Drive. This is when we came in on the monorail. This was the main drag that I was telling you about that goes north and south. So they should go up World Drive to Buena Vista Drive, and then probably over to Victory to head to Caribbean Beach. That's the Transportation and Ticket Center. That's where we originated. We took the monorail in here. You can see the monorail track coming over from Epcot. And that's where we jump on the ferry boat as well. Alicia, I wish you were here too. David, I love the Cantina song from Star Wars on the steel drums on that ride. Yeah, they do play some pretty cool music on the buses for sure. Depending on which bus you're on, you know, the music coincides with whatever resort you're going to. So you get a lot of island music going to the Caribbean. Pop Century, you get a lot of, you know, the poppy songs from the 90s and 80s and stuff like that. A lot of jazzy stuff going over to French Quarter. Fort Wilderness has, you know, the kind of the banjos and the fiddles and that kind of stuff. And so I love how they theme. Everything is about theming, especially at Disney. It's always about, you know, putting you in that moment, putting you in that feeling of where you're going and where you're staying. And Reach, yes, I've been in Galaxy's Edge many times. I love it. I think it's fantastic what they did in there. It's so much fun to walk through. And every time you walk up to the Millennium Falcon, it just really kind of smacks you in the face and just makes you feel like a kid again. It's so much fun. Rise of the Resistance is an amazing experience. I mean, really knock you out of your socks experience. Smuggler's Run is a lot of fun as well. You get to pilot the Millennium Falcon. I mean, come on, what's better than that? But definitely check out my Rise of the Resistance video if you have it on YouTube. It's actually gotten really popular, and I had a lot of fun going through there. So definitely got to ride that ride if you come. One Brick Shy, love your live streams. Thanks for taking us along. You are very, very welcome. I appreciate you being here. So just kind of limited on where I'm kind of turning in the bus here. I got a lot of kids and stuff sitting on the bus, so I don't like to put them on camera, just out of respect. So we'll just kind of take a look out the front, out the windows, see where we're tooling along here. So this is World Drive, and right across the way you can see the monorail track. That's the track that we actually came in from Epcot. So we're basically heading in the opposite direction. Robbie, I was going to ask you, do they always run the max cabins on the Skyliner, or have you seen them with bigger spacing? I have not seen any different spacing for the Skyliner. As far as I have seen, it's been pretty much similar spacing. I think after that incident that they had, you know, in the beginning, they spaced them out just a little bit. But other than that, they pretty much run them the same. I'm not even sure that they take them off usually at night. I think they pretty much leave them, you know, hanging out on the haul rope. Danielle, you hear the steel drums in the background. It's good that you can hear that. See, Scott 45, there's nothing, or that's nothing. He had one bus that had over 2 million miles clocked on it. And again, it was about 30 years old. 2 million miles on a bus. I'm sure they do a lot of maintenance on the buses and stuff to keep them running for quite a long time. Resort budgeting. I love the updates on the roads there. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Yeah, maybe one day they'll convert the buses into hovercrafts. That would be pretty cool. So now we're coming up on the Swan and Dolphin, which is on Buena Vista Drive. So we should be getting off here, and we should head over past the Swan and Dolphin over to the Caribbean Beach. And you can see those cranes again. Again, if you weren't on the monorail with me, that's where they're building the new Cove Resort. That's going to be a new tower that's going to be coinciding with the Swan and Dolphin. And just a little side note, the Swan and Dolphin is not actually Disney-owned resort. It's actually owned by Marriott. So if you go anywhere, it's Disney's Caribbean Beach, it's Disney's Pop Century, it's Disney's Art of Animation. But if you go to the Swan and Dolphin, it's the Walt Disney Swan and the Walt Disney Swan and Dolphin because Marriott actually owns those properties. So that's why you see the little difference with that. Johan, who's the male announcer on the buses? I liked his voice. I'm not sure. I think they had that at the D23 at one time. You can see that some of the construction for the Cove over there. They had those announcers at D23 one time, I think. You know, the people who do the in-park announcements. So go look for a video on YouTube. I think you can actually find that. You know, the people that do like the monorail and the ride voices and stuff like that. Scott, do the buses start at 8 a.m. in Disney World or earlier? Depending on what time the park opens, they usually run about an hour before the park will open. So if there's extra magic hours, then they'll run an hour before whatever time the park would open. Resort budgeting, when you go there, the family members use the GPS. I try to tell them I'm the Disney GPS. Yes, I've driven all over this property so many times. I know it like the back of my hand. So we're making a big circle around Lake Buena Vista. And this will take us down to Victory, just past Hollywood Studios, and then into Caribbean Beach. Foxfire Pony says you can get a 20% discount at Swan and Dolphin if you belong to AAA. Well, there you go. Definitely 20% off of the Swan and Dolphin. That's a huge help. Beautiful resorts. Just gorgeous on the inside. So, you know, now riding the Skyliner so much, it really does spoil you. You know, taking a bus ride just seems so long and so drawn out anymore. I still love the buses. I mean, I always love the buses. But, you know, just jumping on the Skyliner, it's so smooth and so quick anymore. And we'll be passing the boardwalk as well. So Hollywood Studios is actually right behind us. Back beyond those trees. And then the Skyliner coming out of the Riviera over to Epcot is just across the street here. So this is the Skyliner that goes down Buena Vista Drive. You can see the turnstile right there. Resort Budgeting just recently started visiting Coronado Resort. Thanks for your streams. That is awesome. I'm telling you, Coronado is beautiful. Such a great time over there. Glad you're heading over there to have some fun. Danielle, the Skyliner is so calm and so fast. I totally agree. One Brick Shy, am I the only one who would be happy just riding Disney transportation all day? I'm with you. I love Disney transportation. That's why I'm doing this. It's so much fun, you know, to go explore the different areas and just sort of taking a big loop all around property to get back to Epcot. Parked at Epcot, so I'm gonna slowly make my way back there. Robbie, I'm wondering how many cycles each grip has had, how many PM? is that, about 14 hours or so a day? As you can see, that's where it's going into the Riviera Resort. We're going to take a right onto Victory, and that'll take us right into the Caribbean beach. You can see those Skyliners. So this is that major intersection as you're going over Buena Vista Drive, and we look down the fire station over here, and you always see that intersection when you leave here. This is sure what we're doing here. Maybe they changed things around now with the Riviera. Looks like we're going into the Riviera. So maybe they changed the stops around, so they might do it in reverse, heading through the Riviera into Aruba and then Trinidad, and going in the opposite direction. So this is pretty cool. I have not done this route yet. There's the front of the Riviera. Oh, so this is pretty cool. This is a really great idea. So instead of coming in the Caribbean entrance and backtracking, so now we just come into the Riviera entrance. It takes us around the back of Martinique. Oh, this actually saves a lot of time. This is great. If you've actually ridden the Caribbean beach buses, you know what I'm talking about. You would have to go in to the main entrance of the Caribbean and then kind of backtrack, and you're passing a lot of the stops and then turning around and then coming back this way. It looks like we just go behind Martinique. I'm assuming. This is just what I'm guessing. Unless they actually make a stop here at the Riviera for Caribbean Beach. Nope, he's gonna... Yeah, this should take us over to Martinique then. Very cool, I like that. The Hash Slinging Slasher. Hey Rob, do you know if they are renovating the All-Star Resort Hotel guest rooms? Me and my family are going on June 28th. You know, a couple people have actually that. Reese, this would be my second trip to Disney. I love the bus ride. Thank you for sharing. You are very welcome. Barry Andrews, best restaurant in Disney is the tapas in the Ritz-Carlton. The Grandestino Tower in the Toledo restaurant.
This is Disney's
So you definitely want to try that.
Please collect your belongings. Watch your head and step.
Kristen, love the Disney buses. Myers and the Mouse, hey, what's up? Mama Mouse and Kelly in the house. Thank you so much for being here, Mama Mouse and Kelly. That's awesome. Harry says Shula's is nice.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Martinique.
All right, so here's Martinique. So that's awesome. That really saves a lot of time coming through the Caribbean beach now. It's the Martinique stop. Look like anybody's getting off here. See, Brent, we stayed in Martinique at Caribbean Beach last March. It was an amazing time at Coronado Springs. Reese, is there an extra cost for the Skyliner? I want to try it to ride to Epcot. No, there is not. So you can jump on, again, the Disney transportation is free for boats, buses, The Monorail and the Disney Skyliner are all free transportation. You can use it to get back and forth to the different parks. You do have to pay for the minivan and Uber and taxis and things like that. So anything that you want more personalized, like a minivan, you're going to have to pay for. So this is Old Port Royale. So this would be the main stop. This is like the main lobby. Where some folks are getting off here. So we're going to go to Barbados, then Trinidad as well. And then on the other side is Jamaica and Aruba. Meyers and the Mouse, what a great stream idea. Viewers can compare the different forms of transportation prior to their trip to find out the most convenient way to move from one place to another. Love it. I actually like that. I think I might copy and paste that into the description of this video. That's very well put. I appreciate that. I might have to plagiarize you a little bit. Lanx. Glad we were able to catch this live. I just booked our 7-day trip to Walt Disney World in October. We're staying at Pop. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're going to have a great time over at Pop Century. Car Key says they love Pop too. So much fun over there. Plus you have access to Art of Animation and the Skyliner over at Pop. You're going to have a wonderful time over there. It's a great resort. Barbados. A couple more folks getting off here. Only a few people left on the bus now. Danielle, oh, you stayed in Barbados. Very cool. Yeah, this is a pretty nice central stop right here. This is pretty much the center of the Caribbean beach. This and Old Port Royale, so you can get, you know, back and forth pretty easy from right here. Trinidad is actually my favorite place to stay. I really love Trinidad. Plus you have the Spyglass Grill over there, which is an awesome, awesome place to eat. It's right on the water. Really good food over there. Alyssa, this is your stop as well. Wow, Barbados is pretty popular. I always thought a lot of people stayed in Jamaica when they were here. David, staying in Trinidad Pirate Room in 12 days. There you go, the Pirate Room's in Trinidad. A lot of fun over there. I hope you have a great time. Brian, wow, everybody's staying over in Barbados. That's pretty cool. I guess Barbados is the popular one. I was wrong about Jamaica. So if you do go to the Spyglass Grill, this is a great spot to get off.
This is Trinidad.
So if you get off the bus stop and you basically walk straight back, the Spyglass Grill is just about a 30-second walk. all the way back to the water. You can actually see it right back there. Looks like some folks coming on here with some kids, so I'm gonna just pan over a little bit when they come on.
That would be the next one. Oh man, climb up there. Climb up there.
Scott 45 Skyliner is pretty good, but can't always run in bad weather, so you have to see it, as it's probably Disney's plan to take some buses off, probably use a lot of the fuel. Then again, the age of the bus helps. Yeah, they have limited the busing to Epcot and Hollywood Studios because of the Skyliner. They won't totally take them away because, you know, if you're afraid to ride the Skyliner, you have to have a backup to get over there. But definitely the Skyliner, you know, 90% of the time it's going to be running. If you have really heavy winds, really heavy rain, they're going to shut it down. You know, it can run in pretty heavy wind. It can run 40, mile-an-hour winds, but, they're obviously not going to put people up there just out of fear. I wouldn't want to be up there in a 40-mile-an-hour wind. So, if it starts kicking around really hard, they're going to shut it down. Just, not so much just for safety, but just, you don't want people up there swinging around like that. But for the most part, you get gusts of wind and stuff, you can't really even feel it. As long as you have forward momentum, you can't even really feel it when you're up there. If it does stop and there's heavy winds, it does kind of, sway back and forth a little bit, but nothing bad. It's such a safe mode of transportation, it really is. No Brainer 60 is their scheduled completion date as to when Epcot construction will be completed. I think it's a 2 or 3 year project. Like I said earlier in the stream, Guardians and the Space Restaurant. Space Restaurant is supposed to be open like the next month. Guardians should be open by the 50th anniversary in 2021. Ratatouille's opening summer of this year. Then the major overhaul is going to take a couple years. The major renovations that they're doing on the inside of the park. Matthew, I wish I was there. I'll be going to Walt Disney World soon. Can't wait for you to get here. Hope you have an amazing time when you come. Hopefully this will tide you over until you get there. Disney Dad stayed in Trinidad Pirate Room last month. How was that? I know you had to have a great time. Caribbean is definitely a beautiful station to stay at. Beautiful resort to stay at. I'm looking at the Skyliner station, that's why. So there's the central hub. That is the Caribbean Beach Skyliner station.
Take your phone, thanks. Thank you. News.
When we rode the Skyliner, I thought of you. Thanks for what you do. Thank you so much. That is awesome. I'm really glad you had a great time. Kristen, Ratatouille is opening summer. All we know is summer of this year. We're actually going to see it when we go over into International Gateway. They have a huge amount of construction going on over there, and there's a lot done. You can actually see the Gusteau's sign is up now. All right, so we're gonna head on out. Thank you, appreciate it. Excuse me. All right, so there's the Skyliners up there. We're just gonna make a quick jaunt over to the station real quick. We'll jump on board and we'll head back over to Epcot. Not too far of a walk at all. So it's a great idea. You know, if you're at the Magic Kingdom and you want to ride the Skyliner, this is a good way to do it. Just jump on Pop Century Art of Animation or Caribbean Beach, jump off, you know, and take the Skyliner over to Epcot. You know, you really can't take the monorail to Epcot because you actually, unless you have a ticket, you have to walk through Epcot to get back to the International Gateway. That's the only unfortunate thing. So you physically have to have a park entrance to get back to the International Gateway if you were to come from the monorail. So the best way to do it is to just jump on a bus. If you're coming to the Caribbean Beach, like I said, I highly recommend stopping over at Spyglass Grill, getting something to eat while you're here, and then jumping on the Skyliner station. So beautiful. That never gets old, seeing those incredible gondolas coming out of the station like that. Disney Skyliner, please use crosswalk. That's pretty cool. So again, this is Jamaica. This is the closest to the main Skyliner hub here. Or you could also use Aruba, and you can get on in the Riviera station. All right, there's our final destination. We're gonna make our way around here. We're gonna get on the Skyliner, head back over to Epcot.
There's alligators in Station in Florida.
Oh my God, when I told you I heard about the snakes, she freaked out. I'm like, Mom, it's like Georgia, like you gotta be careful. No, because the garage is like this much space, and when it gets colder, don't go in there. So be careful when you reach. They're like, what? How do you know Florida?
Almost there. It's always cool seeing that bull wheel, that red wheel. That's actually what's powering the haul rope. You can hear the engine running in there. That's what's turning that haul rope, and that's what pulls the gondolas out of the station and runs them over the different towers.
Not like that one.
A little bit of a crowd here to get over to Epcot.
Like your shirt, sir. Very
Thanks.
stylish.
Thank you so much.
Hi, folks. Epcot Riviera, right this way. Hollywood Studios around this corner.
All right, could have rode Pop Century, but there's really no line going over there.
Hi, folks. Epcot Riviera, right this way.
But we're heading to
Corner.
Epcot, so might have to wait in a little bit of a line here, but it moves along pretty quick. That's why the Skyliner is so awesome. Pop Century right across the station there. So you got about 15% battery life left here, so hopefully we'll be okay. Maybe I should have jumped on the Pop Century line just so we can get all 4 modes of transportation in here. I'd hate for my battery to die out before we get on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Disney Skyliner has been temporarily delayed. We will resume your journey as soon as possible.
All right, a little bit of a delay, so we're actually going to jump out of line here. And we're going to head over and just ride over to Pop Century. And then back. We'll let some of the line die down a little bit. And then head back over to Epcot. Hourglass Lake is the... Hey, how are you, my friend? Good, good, good. Take care. It's one of the cast member managers here. He's always very, very nice to me. How's it going? Just me. Do you have an unwrapped one maybe I can wait for? Do you mind? I'm not heading to Epcot, so I picked the easier line to ride here. Of course, they're all wrapped coming up here, right? This makes for a better picture. Do you want me to get out of their way, or? All right, thank you. See, when it's not too busy, you know, you can always ask if you want to ride alone or ride in an uncovered gondola, or, you know, if it's like Epcot right now and there's a ton of people, you're not going to get any special circumstances. But, you know, if there's nobody riding over here, then you can certainly make requests. Cast members will usually try to be nice and hook you up with that. Looks like there's an uncovered one finally coming along. I've never seen so many character ones all in a row. Every single one of these is a character. I think I see ours coming around now. Maybe? Yep, there's an uncovered one. There it is. Awesome, thank you. All right, thanks. All right, there's number 296. So sorry we didn't actually do the Epcot one, but in order to get all the transportation in here today, didn't want my camera to die in the middle of it, so we're going to do the Pop Century line, which I love. This is so pretty, going over Hourglass Lake. Danielle, you didn't do the Pop Century line, so this works for you. Scott 45, don't the bus have USB charging points? Most of the buses I know, the newer buses do. The bus I was on does not have the charging port in it. The newer buses that they just brought onto property have the new interiors and the new charging ports. Somebody had asked why they didn't put charging ports in the Skyliner here.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. Now get ready to travel back in time and enter the animated worlds of Disney. We are on our way to Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort.
Yes, we are. But you're not in here long enough to use a charging port in here, so you know the longest ride is about 15 minutes over to Epcot. But like this is only about 2 to 3 minutes going this way. Mr. Cruise Fever, I do have a fuel rod or a battery pack. I just didn't bring it with me today. Plus it's kind of dying on me, so I do have to get a new one.
Just ahead and to the right is Disney's Art of Animation Resort, a larger-than-life resort that celebrates the creative magic that goes into crafting Disney animated films, from sketches to reality. On your left is Disney's Pop Century Resort, a memorable resort that celebrates the way we lived, played, and communicated with each other throughout the 20th century.
See, Andy said I'm a rock star. That's funny. I know a lot of people. I met a lot of awesome people, a lot of good cast members, you know, along the way, just being here all the time. And you know, the cast members are really great here. They're a lot of fun to talk to. They make the experience. Whoa, somebody's screaming over there.
The sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. Please sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
I remember hearing that. That was the very first announcement. I remember standing over at the edge of the lake there and hearing we're now gliding over the sparkling waters of Hourglass Lake. And I'm like, they have announcements. And I remember doing that video. That was the very first announcement we heard.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving at Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. This concludes your journey. All passengers must disembark at this station. Return service is available. Thank you for flying with us. Bon voyage!
Andy, yeah, it's about 15 minutes. They have the, you know, you slow down going through the Riviera. You slow down going through the turnstile, and it's a long way, so it's about 15 minutes to get from Caribbean to Epcot.
Collect your belongings and watch your step.
And you can see just how quick this is. I mean, what was that? Maybe about 2 minutes.
Permanezcan sentados hasta que las puertas se abran automáticamente. Al salir de la cabina, por favor, cuide sus pequeñitos, reúna sus pertenencias.
Hello. Thank you. And here we are, beautiful Pop Century and Art of Animation. This takes you right on into the Generation Gap Bridge, so you can access Pop Century to your left and Art of Animation over to the right. This is what's great about staying at these particular resorts, is you can share, you know, back and forth the amenities. So you can go, you know, use the Generation Gap Bridge, you can walk all around Hourglass Lake, and you can just, you know, you can try the different restaurants, the different food. You know, you could probably use the different pools and stuff too if you want to go swim in the hippity dippity doo pool or whatever over here, or you know, if you want to go swim in the Nemo pool, the Little Mermaid pool, you can do that. So that's always a lot of fun. And like I said, I always talk about this Phase 2 Skyliner. I think is going to come right here. you have the Skyliner station that heads to Caribbean Beach. But I think if they were to add another similar station coming in this direction, straight out over Hourglass Lake, you hang a right down Osceola, that takes you dead right into the All-Star Resorts, and then right into the Animal Kingdom Resort as well. Blizzard Beach is over there. You could also branch off over to Coronado Springs. It's all over in that general direction. So phase 2 I think would be really great right here. Plus it links up everything. You know, you're linking up the Animal Kingdom to Epcot and Hollywood Studios at that point, which is a huge benefit. You know, you could transfer at the station here, jump over Caribbean Beach, head to Epcot, head to Hollywood Studios as well. So look for it. I think another station, another similar station coming right off the backside.
Supervise children and refrain from smoking in the cabins. Thank you. Para su seguridad, por favor, permanezcan sentados. Supervisen a sus niños y absténganse de fumar en la cabina. Gracias.
And we won't request an uncovered gondola this time. We'll just head back over. Actually, it looks like we might get one. Hello, just one. Can I have the uncovered one? Do you mind? Thanks. Thank you. All right, there's number 334. There's an uncovered one right there, so might as well just take it. Got the Finding Dory one right in front of us. There's Dory again over there. Bye-bye. Reese, thank you for the stream. I really enjoyed it. You are very welcome. Anthony, love that vision. Yeah, I'm telling you, that would be a great way to link up all of those different parks all through the current system right now. I'm telling you, that would be a great way to do it.
Welcome aboard the Disney Skyliner at Disney's Pop Century Resort and Disney's Art of Animation Resort. We are on our way to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort with connecting flights to Disney's Hollywood Studios and Epcot International Gateway.
So they have the vents open in this one. They didn't have them open in
we are now gliding over
the last
Hourglass
one,
Lake.
and that breeze feels so good.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the most magical flight on Earth.
That's what I intend to do. Sit back and relax. David, thanks for the streaming today. You are very welcome. Thank you everyone for joining in today. I do appreciate it. See, now there's a little bit of a wind up here, kind of going back and forth a little bit, but nothing too major at all. Just feels really good. The breeze feels good. And the wind's blowing through the cabin pretty hard. Really beautiful shot of the Riviera, and there would be Trinidad just to our right. Spyglass Grill is over there.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Disney's Caribbean Beach Resort. This is our final destination. All passengers must disembark at this station. Transfers and return service are available. Thank you for flying with us.
Thank you for having us. It's always a pleasure flying. I mean, honestly, it really doesn't feel like you're moving half the time. It's just, I mean, the wind is blowing around pretty good. You can see Dory in front of us there is kind of rocking back and forth. And we're going back and forth as well, but it literally feels like you're not moving at all. It's so still and so smooth. So much fun.
Please remain seated until the doors automatically open.
David, they need background music in the cabins. I originally thought that they would have music, but I'm actually glad that they don't have the music. Because I think the music would actually take away from the peacefulness. And when you're up there, it's so still and it's so serene up there that I'm glad that they don't have the music, because it adds to the elements of the serenity of the ride when you don't have the music playing. Hello. Hi.
Great day.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thanks, appreciate it. In fact, the announcements, I think there's too many announcements. You know, that kind of takes away from it as well. I just like the one announcement and just have a nice peaceful ride, and I would be happy with that. So all in all, though, that was a lot of fun. Let me see here. All right, there I am. All right, we did it. We did all 4 modes of transportation. We started on the monorail, headed over to the ferry boat over to the Magic Kingdom, and then of course went to on the bus here to Caribbean Beach, and then on the Skyliner. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you had some helpful tips, and I hope you get a chance to ride all the transportation in the future. I really had a lot of fun doing this. Thank you so much for all the super chats. Very, very generous. Always appreciated very much. You guys know that. So my screen is actually darkened on me here, so it's kind of hard to see. I'm down to about 3%, I think. So I had a lot of fun doing this. This was really fun, and I hope I can do some more of these in the future for you guys. So visit passporttotheparks.com, all the social media, follow me wherever you want, and there you go. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye-bye.